welcome back. It's another day in the shop, but I have something a little bit different today that's a little exciting, a little bit fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it. So as you can see, now you can see, the Chevelle is in here. Not because we have a problem with it. It actually is still running great from when we took it out to the track on the last video, whenever you saw that, which for me was 2 nights ago. It's running great, but one of the things that still needs to be done on this car is we have this section of right here. We've got this section of fuel line, which is composed of a chunk of steel hard line and a couple different pieces of rubber line and a janky tin fuel screeny thingy that we don't need. We've got a fuel filter in the back. And that little thing, which just has a screen in it, not doing diddly for us other than providing a potential leak point. So today we're going to get rid of the rest of that section and have a nice good fuel line there. And courtesy of Evil Energy, I'm actually going to be changing out my Rusty Speed and Custom hat today. We'll go ahead and we'll hang that right up, kind of put it right there so it's with us today. But we're changing that one out because Evil Energy reached out to me and they asked me if I'd do a review on their fuel line products. So we got some goodies from Evil Energy that we're going to be taking a look at. We're going to do a detailed walkthrough on what we got, the couple of different boxes, a couple of different fittings, what we're going to use, how we're going to use it, what tools are being used, how to put them together, and the basic install on that one section. Because, well, one, that's a good section for me to show you how to get it done because it's up here where you can see it versus where most of the fuel line systems are hidden down underneath and hard to get to. So that'll make it nice for installation purposes. But before I go any further, before you jump off and run out of here, something you should know, if you're interested in the Evil Energy stuff or AN fuel line stuff, fittings, that sort of stuff, you're going to want to stick around because I've got a surprise a little bit later in the video that goes along with this Evil Energy stuff that might save you a buck and save you a little bit of time. So give me a minute here. I'm going to get the camera propped up over here. We'll go ahead and open this stuff up so you can see what I've got. And then we'll get to getting it installed on the car. And I'll show you how to put these fittings together. And if we run into any problems, you're going to see it firsthand. This is not going to be biased. They're not paying me to do this review. They're not saying I have to say anything special. I'm going to tell you the truth. And so far, if you've watched a few of the previous videos, you know I have used some of their products before, and I do like them. That doesn't mean that they're infallible. So, yeah. Anyway, let me get the camera set up, and we'll dig in. All right, so for starters, I do want to say thank you for Evil Energy for giving me the opportunity to work with some more of your products. I am looking forward to it. We did get hooked up with some decals, which will make their way probably onto the race car and or a toolbox around here where we've got showing off, you know, some of the stuff we're doing. So first things first. We'll get into the little pouch here because this was a specific fitting that I was going to need for this job. This is a banjo fitting, and the reason we needed that little guy right there is because the carburetor we're running currently on the Chevelle has a banjo fitting off of the carburetor with a hose barb on it. And well, there's no clean way to connect a hose barb to an AN. Basically you have to put a piece of hose and then another hose barb AN adapter, and I'm trying to eliminate all the hose. So, but they offer this hose barb fitting. I believe, hopefully this works out for us because I haven't done. Well, that was weird. GoPro did GoPro things again. Go figure. I haven't swapped one of these carbs over, especially using one of these before. So hopefully that's the right fitting. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. Next is these little boxes. If you're gonna work with AN lines, a lot of people say to use AN wrenches. I don't own any AN wrenches. When I did it previously, I use some really nice wrenches that I own that have really nice faces on them. But you run the risk, if you're using steel wrenches, you have an increased risk of damaging your fittings and marring them up. Included with the wrench is another sticker, which we can't complain about that. This is an adjustable AN wrench. I don't know that it's going to be ideal over the non-adjustable types. It is all aluminum. This is a square jaw, and you can see right on here, B nut on that side, S nut marking on this side, and it is marked based on what I assume are the sizes of the AN fitting. This doesn't have a hex on it, so I can't test it on that fitting, but we'll check that out. So there's that wrench, and then there's a second wrench that's a different style, because when you're putting two AN fittings together, you need two wrenches. So something to keep in mind, you need two wrenches to put AN fittings together. This one has an Allen wrench with some screws. Come back to why we have that. We got some pieces. Yeah, there's a lot in this little box. Another decal. We'll go ahead and put that over there. A bunch of different jaws. And this one is also an aluminum wrench. It is a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger in size. Very nice red anodized. That's kind of cool, I guess. It'll make it easy to find. And it's also marked along the sides for socket and nut, which is also equivalent to socket and nut, I believe, on there. This one, the difference is it's got the hex jaw on it, but what's kind of neat about that, and this is why it came with the Allen wrenches and the screws, this wrench can be converted to a square jaw wrench by putting these nylon, I believe it's a nylon plastic. Apparently, if you're smarter than the wrench, does it not want to go on that side? It must go on. Be smarter than the wrench. No, these apparently are two different ones for, no, that one, yep, that one fits that side, okay. Hold on, hang with me guys, I'm figuring it out. And maybe it comes with multiple sets of jaws, assuming, it is, nylon is a plastic and it can break. Yeah, that one, oh, there we go. You just have to push on it a little bit more. So it comes with, oh, these are a hex face jaw. So nylon hex face, so that reduces your chance of marring your fittings. And then it also has just a bit of a snug fit. Yeah, you just push on it, it goes. Go figure. And then it has straight jaw fittings as well. And then you take the two screws that the kit comes with and you put them right there in the top, in those two holes, and it attaches your nylon fittings or your nylon pieces into your wrench. So we will play with that a little bit and see how that works out for us. We got a handful of different pieces that we can see how they go. And then this is a 6AN fuel line kit. It is a PTFE type fuel line, and that's what I'm converting basically just about everything I own to, because today's modern fuels with a little bit of ethanol in them, if we have to put ethanol, most of the time I try and put non-ethanol fuel in the old cars, but every once in a while you don't have the option. The ethanol fuel eats up rubber hose unless you get a rubber hose that is compatible with the ethanol fuel. Most of them are not. So, and by changing over to the PTFE fuel line, you eliminate that problem altogether. So, in the box, first thing you have is a coil of the fuel line. This is a 6AN or 3/8 equivalent line, very nicely bound up. What I can say is we'll want to let this relax in the sun for a little while so that it becomes a little bit easier to work with. Put that out there in a minute. What else we got in here? We have a set of clamps. These are, so if you're running a return line system and you're running 2 lines back and forth, or if you use this for a cooling system, like an oil cooler or something like that, which PTFE is compatible with pretty much any fluid you're going to run in most cars, unless you're in the full race stuff, running like methanol and alcohol and stuff like that. You'll want to look, I don't know. But for oil, gas, E85, whatever, this PTFE stuff, you can run it with that. And then if you're, like I said, if you're running a fuel system that's got a return or an oil cooler or anything of that sort where you got 2 lines running back and forth, you can use these clamps to basically secure the 2 lines together. A little bit cleaner than zip ties. For the job we're doing today, we won't actually need any clamps because it's only a single line. Come back to this. This is an important piece for assembly. There's another decal in there. We'll add it to our decal pile. A package of fittings. This is all fittings, right? And then it comes with assembly instructions. And to be honest, I have not read these before. So after we get done showing you the fittings, I'll take a minute and I'll read through this and see if see what I think of the instructions. So, and I will let you know, because one of the things that, as many are aware, a lot of instructions that come with stuff these days is subpar. So we'll see where those are at, how they tune up. And then included with this kit, which, by the way, I will take each one of these things as they're coming up. I will there'll be a thing that pops up. So right about now you'll see a snap on the screen for this, for what that is. That way, if you're interested in this particular kit or want to look at their other kits, you can get right there. But here's the pile of fittings that it comes with, and these ones are all in black. I believe they do black and black-red combo for coloring. But you've got 45s. That's a line, AN line to female AN fitting 45. You got 180s, this shape. And then we've got straights. Pull one of these guys out, a straight fitting. And then this particular fitting is not one that currently I have any home for, but if you've got a fuel rail type application, particularly I know that the GM LS stuff, a lot of that uses this style fittings. It does include one of those. Let's go ahead and leave it out. And each fitting, as you can see, is individually packaged into little bags, which helps prevent scratching and marring, and it was in a nice little foam pack. This is going to be an NPT to 6AN, and I see what might be a minor defect in that one. We'll set that to the side, and we'll come back to that. Might be one that we don't use. And then this is a quick connect fitting. I know that again, this is not a fitting that is currently something that will get used on my application, but this is, if I'm not mistaken, for, nope, not for this style. It's for a different style of quick connect. Something similar to that. It's a quick connect that goes in, and then you tighten that guy up. But it comes with a few of those, another straight, and then we've got 90s, which looks like that. That's all the variations of fittings that are in here. I'll go ahead and I want to pull this one out. This is the other NPT fitting, because we're going to need one of those, and I think that that first one has a problem. So we'll push these guys over here to the side a little bit, and then we'll take a look at these fittings. Let's see, I don't know if this will show up on camera. I'll get a different look at it. You can see though that this guy is not exactly straight. It's kind of got a bend to it, which it's not bent though. That's the weird part. This is, I don't even know how that would happen in the manufacturing process, because the MPT threads look good. The AN fitting side looks good. Let's see, does an AN fitting thread on there all right? Yeah, it threads on good. It's almost like it got chucked up wrong when it was being cut on the one side. So it's kind of weird. It might still work out all right. It might still be usable, but we're going to favor the one that is straight for my application. I don't see any cracks or indications that it's just got a little bit of a bow to it. Interesting. That's an interesting thing to have a flaw with. So that's what we've got there. And then, as you're maybe wondering how these go together and where the pieces are, when you take the fitting apart, where the hose end goes on, take that off, and inside the fitting is where the ferrules are that come for doing your assembly. So you don't want to lose these little guys. You need those to put it together, and the way that they keep it organized so that they make sure that each fitting has a ferrule is it's got a ferrule in there, so it's not like they're in separate baggies. And if I take a look, every one of these has a ferrule. That doesn't use ferrules. That's got one. Now, they all look to have a ferrule in them. So whoever did that is doing that process of putting these together has got it down. They're not missing pieces. So that's a quick look at what's in the packaging that I got. Like I said, I will pop up on the screen you know, a snapshot from the Evil Energy website of each of these tools, the kit, etc. So that if you want to check that out, I'm going to go get this out relaxing in the sunlight so that it's easier to work with. While you're over there, be sure down in the description below, and I'll put it on the screen as well, wherever it fits, because I'm not exactly sure how the frame looks right now. The link to Evil Energy's website is down below in the description if you want to check it out. Their products can be found on Amazon. However, if you use that link down there below and you go to the Evil Energy website, when you go to check out, if you put in, wait for it, that's right, I got a discount code for you. Special discount code from One More Bolt. If you go onto their website and you order from their website, I don't care if it's an item that's already on sale or not. When you go to checkout, put in code OMB10, and it'll give you an additional 10% off on your purchase from Evil Energy. Regardless if it's a $5 item or $500 an item, you'll get 10% off, whether it's on sale, not on sale. I'll even probably do a screen capture right here on the side showing you exactly where that is, where to click through, and throw the code in. And I won't even log into any account or anything. I'll log, a guest cart, put in the OMB10 with a product that's on sale. Doesn't matter what product's on there. Like I said, there will be links directly to these particular products as well that I've got here today. Yeah, so give me a couple minutes to get resituated, and we'll start doing the process of how to put this together and get that fuel line done on the Chevelle.